So hello and welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to be watching the duo of Jet2 757s, both by Gemini Jets, one in the holidays livery and one in the .com livery. Now this is an unboxing that I've been waiting for a while, so let's get straight into it. So starting off with the Jet2 holidays 757-200 with winglets. Now this aircraft was retired and scrapped in 2024. Around October time. So let's take a close look at the box. Up top we have the Gemini Jets logo with the aircraft in the centre, the Boeing 757-200 titles, then the Jet2 titles. Then here we have the aircraft at the top there with the Gemini Jets titles, the As Real As It Gets titles and the officially licensed product by Boeing there. Then we have the Gemini Jets titles with the barcode at that side. And on the side we have the Gemini Jets titles, the aircraft type and another picture of the aircraft. So that's your box for you. Overall good design, normal Gemini Jets box, but fits well with the Jet2 colours. Now here's the model. Now one thing I do notice with these Gemini Jets aircraft is that the front landing gear seems to be a bit far back and a bit tall. So do take that in mind when you are purchasing a aircraft like this. But anyway, moving on to the model. Starting for the front we have the cockpit windows, the L1 door and the L2 door. The Jet2 holidays titles, the antennae at the top there, with another antennae rounding out the back. The Jet2 holidays titles on the engine, the package holidays you can trust titles going over the top of the wing there. The emergency exit door and the L3 door with the sun on the tail and the registration Golf, Lima, Sierra, Alpha, November. So here's the other side of the aircraft, starting off at the front again. We have the cockpit windows, the L1, L2 doors with the antenna at the top there, the Jet2 holidays titles, the package holidays you can trust titles going over the wings with the Jet2 holidays titles on the engine, the sun on the winglet with the emergency exit door there, the registration, the sun on the tail and the antenna at the top with the L3 door rounding over the back. So here we have the box of the Jet2.com 757-200. Now starting off in the top corner we have the Gemini Jets logo like the other box. Then a bit different here, instead of having the aircraft in the centre there, we have the Jet2 logo. Then we have the aircraft down there with the Boeing 757-200 titles, and we don't have a sort of streak down there for a divider. Then moving around to the back, we have the aircraft at the top there. Now this aircraft is quite different, as Golf, Lima, Sierra, Alpha, Alpha didn't have the Friendly Affairs titles when it originally started with Jet2, so it doesn't have any titles at the top. Then eventually it didn't get the Friendly Affairs titles and it got some other titles before it was retired in 2019. So we have the Gemini Jets titles with the aircraft in the top corner as I was saying, then the Boeing licensed product and the As Real As It Gets titles. Now moving around we have the Gemini Jets titles in the corner there with the aircraft and the aircraft type. Then here we have the Gemini Jets logo again with the sort of Gemini Jets things there. Now overall I'd say this model is, well, box is pretty good. Just at the back we have a bit of cave again there, but it is an old model, older than me, so overall it's sort of test the time pretty well. So let's move round to the model. Now here is the aircraft in all of its glory. Now this aircraft does come with a nose cover, one of the cool older features that Gemini Jets used to offer. Now on this one it doesn't seem as bad as the other Jet2 aircraft with the landing gear, which is something that they sort of made a change on once and it went wrong with them. It's just the mould at the moment. So eventually they will get around to changing that. The nose cone on this does look better than the other one as well. because the Gemini Jet 757 nose cones at the moment do seem to be a bit sort of rounded too much. So yeah, looks pretty good. So let's get on to going down to the model. So starting off, we have the cockpit windows, then the name of the aircraft, which is Tenerife. Then we have the L1 door, the Jet2 titles in between, the L2 door, then we have the emergency exit, and the L3 door with the registration at the top there, Golf Lima Sierra Alpha Alpha. Then we have the Jet2.com titles on the red background on the tail. Now this aircraft doesn't have any antennae because it is before the era of those. It's a 2008 model, I think. And it is still in very good condition. So let's move round to the other side. Now I do like these older Gemini models as they don't have as much to break really. It's just the landing gears on the aircraft and the engines that really have a chance of breaking, but mainly it's just the landing gear. So I do like these aircraft because like modern day aircraft now, they're a lot more detailed but they've got a lot higher chance of breaking. So yeah, so moving to the aircraft now, I have the cockpit windows, the aircraft name, the L1 door with the Jet2 title in between the L1 and L2 doors, the Jet2.com title on the engines with these little red winglets there, and the red on the probes off the end of the flaps on the wing. Then we have the emergency exit and the L3 door with the registration and the Jet2.com titles on the red base of the tail. So I'd like to thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed and I shall see you in the next one. Bye bye for now.